We're back in studio, and April 2nd is World Autism Awareness Day, and joining us now via Skype from Tobago, I have two guests on the line, Aquila Edwards and Ria Paria. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. And Ria, you're the chairman of Autism Tobago, and Aquila, yes, you're secretary of Autism Tobago. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
And this year, the UN theme is Assistive Technologies, Active Participation. Tell us more about it.
Yes, indeed. As persons with autism, they have challenges with communication. So these are devices that help them to communicate. Being on the autism spectrum, the challenges that they will face in terms of socializing and communicating and just being able to make friends and fit into the world around us. Mm-hmm. Communication is an important part for persons with autism, especially the non-verbal, whether it's persons or adults or children. So there are devices that range from rudimentary technology, which is a PEX, picture exchange communication system. I use that with my son. And now there are iPads and switches, all these devices that assist persons with autism to help them to communicate and be able to actively participate in the world around them. That is why we're focusing this year on that.
Do you have an idea as to how prevalent autism is across in Tobago? Do you have an idea of the numbers?
Currently, there's no hard data, concrete data as to the numbers. Just from my own experience, getting in contact with parents, and so I can see that is increasing and being able to interface with them. We're still working along with the Division of Health, Wellness and Family to get some numbers, because if you don't have the numbers, you can't really cater, whether it's budget or just have services in place for them. So we are hoping to get some numbers.
And Aquila, in terms of World Autism Awareness Day this year, what's happening in Tobago?
So this year, we're having our annual tree lighting ceremony. Last year was our first year, so this is our second. We are having it this year at the Milford Court Park as a way of spreading it throughout the island. So last year, we had it at the Botanical Gardens. This year, we're having it at Milford Court Park. And in the future, every year, we plan to go to a different community until we have visited the entire island of Tobago.
Yes. And in terms of how far you've gone now, in terms of measuring the progress, are you satisfied with the progress in Tobago? With regard to awareness and development and facilities?
It is improving. What I am glad about is that we are meeting more young persons. In the past, we would see a trend where only if you have a family member or a child that is autistic, then they would get involved. And now we are seeing where we have persons who are just genuinely concerned and interested. So to us, this is a huge leap forward, and we hope that more persons get on board.
And Ria, in terms of testing facilities, whether it's in Tobago or Trinidad, how are we doing on that, in that regard?
In that regard, compared to, let's say, about 10 years ago, the availability of services has improved. At the Tobago General Hospital, there are more speech therapists, occupational therapists. We still have a visit of a doctor from Trinidad that meet our children. There are even more private doctors right now in Tobago. In the past, even with my own son, I had to get someone from Trinidad to do it, but now there are persons in Tobago, psychologists, etc., who are able to test and evaluate our children. And that is a very important part for us to be able to assist children having a diagnosis. Just recently, Autism Tobago, we got 5 children. We're starting a little program to get children diagnosed, because sometimes they're in school and they have no diagnosis, so teachers don't know what to deal with, and just the availability has improved.
remind us again about as we have just a few more seconds, and how the public can get involved in your second annual Light It Up Blue event.
Yes, as Akila said, it's at the Milford Court Park. Tomorrow is World Autism Awareness Day, April 2nd, and we'll be along there at 5:30, right along the main road of Milford Road. And you're free to come and just participate. We have one of our speech therapists here on the islands. She's going to be our featured speaker, sharing on the topic of assistive devices. And we're going to have some children, parents, just being able to be a part of that event. And of course, lighting up the tree and putting up our banner and raising awareness.
All right. Well,
hopefully at the end of this month, we're going to have some workshops also available.
All right. We'll have you back on to tell us more about those workshops. But right now, thank you very much, Ria Paria, Chairman of Autism Tobago, and Aquila Edwards, Secretary of Autism Tobago. Thank you very much, ladies. I'm going to leave it there.